My dear readers, listeners, and of course friends, I stand before you today not to offer comfort or solace, but to confront you with a philosophical proposition that will challenge your deepest assumptions about the nature of reality and your place within it. I speak of the multiverse perception model, a neo-physicalist framework that dares to shine a light into the darkest corners of existence, to stare unflinchingly at the abyss that surrounds our fleeting islands of consciousness. At its core, this model posits a stark and sobering truth, that the potential for subjective experience, for the rich inner world of perception that we hold so dear, is not a universal constant but a rare and fragile exception in a multiverse of overwhelming emptiness and oblivion. In the vast majority of universes, where the cold equations of physics preclude the emergence of complex structures, consciousness remains an unrealized dream, a potentiality forever lost in the void. But it is not merely the rarity of perception that should give us pause. No, it is the sheer scale of the absence that surrounds us, the unimaginable gulfs of time and space that separate our brief sparks of discontinuous perception. For between each flickering moment of being lies an eternity of non-existence, a darkness so profound and so vast that it defies comprehension. And yet, even as we recoil from this abyss, we must also confront the startling implications of the model. For you see, these stretches of oblivion that separate our islands of perception are not merely inconceivably long, they are subjectively instantaneous. The eons of lifelessness that precede and follow each manifestation of consciousness are traversed in the blink of an eye, in the very absence of perception itself. In this model, death and non-existence are not merely the end of a single life, but the default state of the multiverse, broken only by fleeting moments of awareness that flare up against the darkness. And in those moments we are both profoundly alone and inextricably connected, isolated by the void that surrounds us, yet united by the improbable gift of our shared perception. It is a vision that echoes the deepest insights of Hindu philosophy, with its conception of Brahman as the ultimate reality that underlies all existence, and its notion of Maya as the illusory veil that obscures the true nature of the cosmos. But let us not mistake this resonance for a validation of mysticism or spirituality. The multiverse perception model is a product of rational inquiry, a neo-physicalist framework that demands we confront the universe as it is, not as we wish it to be. And therein lies the challenge, my friends. For to truly grapple with the implications of this model, to stare into the face of the abyss and accept our place within it, requires a level of intellectual courage and honesty that is all too rare in our society. It means facing up to the fact that our cherished notions of self, of continuity and identity, are but fleeting illusions, temporary eddies in the cosmic flow. It means embracing a reality in which the vast majority of existence is fundamentally alien to us, forever beyond the reach of our perception and understanding. But most of all, it means confronting the utter contingency of our own consciousness. The fact that our brief moment in the sun is not a cosmic entitlement, but a rare and precious gift. In a multiverse where the default state is non-existence, where the very potential for perception lies dormant for eons, the fact that we are here at all, capable of experiencing and reflecting on the wonder of existence, is a miracle beyond comprehension. And yet, even as we marvel at the improbability of our own awareness, we must also reckon with its implications. For if consciousness is indeed a localized, ephemeral phenomenon, if our subjective experience is but a fleeting island in a sea of oblivion, then the very notion of meaning and purpose must be recast in this light. We cannot look to the cosmos for guidance or validation, for the multiverse is blind and indifferent to our struggles. Meaning, if it is to be found at all, must be created by us in the brief moments of perception that punctuate the darkness. This, then, is the ultimate lesson, that in a reality defined by vast stretches of non-existence, consciousness is not merely rare but radically precious. Each moment of awareness, each fleeting instance of subjective experience is a candle lit against the darkness, a defiant assertion of being in the face of nothingness. And it is up to us, as the improbable inheritors of this cosmic gift, to ensure that the flame of consciousness burns as brightly and fiercely as possible,